Hey yo, it's Anime K-Man, and today I'm going to be reviewing episode 1 of Hoshiai no Sora. And I gotta say, this episode was wow. I like how this episode, it gives you bits of happiness to start with, then it gives you some laughs, but then you kind of lose hope. Then it gives you hope, and then at the end it bitch slaps you and thinking there was any hope, and you know what? I loved it. And let me give context into that. Now, this episode did a lot from a story standpoint in introducing one of the main plot points, which is the boys club for the soft tennis portion of it. They gotta essentially make results because most of the boys in that club, they kind of suck at it, or they either suck or they're not motivated enough. And the only one that really tries is Shinjo in the club, as characterized where he's the only one diving for the balls while his other teammates, they're not even trying hard when they're going against when they're having like a scrimmage against the girls in the soft tennis club. So I do like that bit there because at first it presents it into a hilarious situation, but then I like how it escalates stakes when you have the person in charge of the budget look at the club of Shinjo and the others in the boys' soft tennis club, and then she's like, if y'all don't have results, things are gonna start being cut. And I was like, dang, who'd have thought we would go from a comedic sequence transitioning into a dramatic sequence off of that? And they do it artfully, because in most animes, when they try to transition from comedy to seriousness, they fuck it up. An example, while it isn't say like a series that's like sports based, an example is Akemi ga Kill. That struggle to go from comedy to seriousness or seriousness to comedy, it failed epically. And Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, even though it's one of the best animes I've seen in my life, I would put that up there in my top 10 animes of all time. That also had an issue where you would have a dramatic sequence, and then if it transitions into like a comedic sequence, or comedic sequence into like a dramatic sequence, sometimes it would kind of have trouble with that type of transitory element. Here, it does it masterfully, so that's what I'm also loving about this. You can tell that the director in the series knows whatever the hell he's doing. Then on top of that, I like how from a story standpoint, it gives you subtle signs that the main character, there's more to him than meets the eye, because even though he moved in, you see him like putting the trash away and cooking, and at first, the episode was making me think, oh, he's just a nice dude that does chores for his mom. But then later on, when it shows you that no, he literally does all the cooking, laundry, chores, because his mother works hard because she's an architect. And that's why he can't have time to go in clubs or pay for that kind of stuff. I was just like, Lord knows, like, dang. Now, that is a twist right there to tug on my heartstrings. Because on top of giving us the circumstances on our main character through natural dialogue, it makes us feel sympathy for him simultaneously. And then I like how it transitions afterwards, because when Shinjo tried to first recruit Maki into the boys' soft tennis club because he noticed that Maki has a lot of athleticism, he rejected it. But this time, he gave Maki an offer of he's gonna help him do chores, and on top of that, money. And that's what I liked in this app, because he came prepared. And then I like how afterwards we gained some happiness because you see Maki smile, and then I was like, oh, he's gonna be able to enjoy his youth. And then this episode, it's like the writers are like, oh, you thought it was a happy ending, yo? Well, hold on, but we're gonna give you a sense of fucking misery. Because afterwards, I didn't expect this, but when it had the twist of, because our main character, Maki, he lives with his mother because his mother divorced from his dad. But then when it ends off with the dad getting forcibly inside of Maki's home, literally slapping poor Maki and kicking him because the fucking sack of shit slimeball father is all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be taking the money. And he finds it in a hidden location. I was just like, dang. And then when you see Maki all in pain on the floor, it was really sad. And it really made me angry, the final portion of the episode. But in a good way, though, because if the anime had shitty writing and characterization, I would not have felt sorry for the main character. But since it did do its job, I was feeling fury through the fucking screen. I really felt, oh man, it just made me wish I could be there and beat the living shit out of that man. That fucking piece of shit dad. I don't even think he should fucking refer to himself as a dad. He's a fucking sperm donor, if you ask me. Fuck that dude. I hope he gets fucking wrecked. But when it ends up with him taking the hard-earned money of Maki's mother, that was like a fucking twist right there that got to me. And that's why I thought this episode was amazing from a story standpoint, because yes, it introduces the main plot, which is they're going to have to try to win for the soft tennis boy club. It introduces even more narrative stakes when you see how abusive the father is. So that's why I thought from a story standpoint it was exceptional. From a character standpoint, I was like, damn. They gave a lot of characterization from the get-go. With Maki's mother, you see that she's a sweet, kind woman, and she's caring and loving. And from Maki, you see he's sweet and caring. He does his best. And you can see that he has a sense of selflessness, because he would literally do his greatest efforts if it improves the situation of his mother. Maki would go into a situation where he would take on pain for his mother, and that's a great and awesome trait of our main character. So I love that. And then you get characterization for Shinjo. You can see he's a hard worker. He's a go-getter, like when he made the offer to pay Maki if he participates in the Soft Boys Tennis Club. Well, it was technically Maki who mentioned that offer, and Shinjo accepted to give him Maki the money. I liked that too. So that was pretty cool elements about this episode. And then you have some characterization for Maki's father, where he's a sack of shit. I hate that dude. Oh man, I hope he gets what's coming to my hope. Man. So yeah, characters are great. I thought the animation and art were beautiful and wonderful. And honestly, I'm going to rate this episode an 11 out of 10. Oh, and the voice performances were amazing. I recommend any of y'all haven't seen it, check this anime. Even if y'all don't like sports anime, I feel like this is a sports anime where even non-sports fans can really appreciate. I think this could be... I think I'm seeing potential greatness here. And anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching my review. Be sure to comment your thoughts in the comment section below how you felt my video, on the reaction. Rate the video, subscribe, and have a great and safe day, y'all. And I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great and safe day. Bye-bye.